All right. And we are live from Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Spieth Fieldhouse. If you can hear us, please let us know. Any problems that we have, we need the feedback from our fans back home, so please let us know. Won't let you load Amy Shook, all right? Well, let me, please try again there, Amy. We are live now. And again, we are live in Fort Wayne at the Spieth Fieldhouse. So you are listening to the Final Four in the regional NCHBC, that's National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. That's what you're listening to this evening. The Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats this evening will be playing the CHAP Chariots. And they have one meeting so far this year due to the Wildcats and the Chariots. The Chariots came away with an 8-point win earlier this year. However, there were some mitigating factors in that game. I was talking to Coach Roscoe earlier this evening, and there were some difficulties, one being that the Wildcats had just had a round with COVID-19, so they were a little bit lethargic, a little tired. So they were able to watch some game film today just to see where they were and what was going on in that particular game back a few months ago. So this will be an entirely different Wildcat team that the CHAP Chariots will face this evening. So we look forward to this game as we march on towards the championship game, hopefully tomorrow evening at 7:30. Again, you are listening to the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN as we affectionately call it. Wildcat Basketball is brought to you by Campbell's Highland Grill. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy's South Side. We are proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Find them at campbellshighlandgrill.com at 1001 North State Road, 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. You can also call them at 317-300-1696. Campbell's Highland Grill, proud to be your title sponsor of the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. You can also find the Wildcats on Facebook, Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats, on Instagram, Indianapolis Wildcats, and on YouTube, the Indy Wildcats, also on Twitter at Homeschool Hoops. So glad to have you joining us this evening. Please let us know via our Facebook page or the YouTube channel if we are live and if you can hear us this evening. It is loud in here. There are 4 gyms in one particular spot right here at the Spieth Fieldhouse, but we are happy to be here. Tickets are limited to 2 fans per player, and so they are quite limited. We had to sign an agreement that we would follow the COVID-19 rules, and so this evening we are following those. Thankfully, they allow the broadcaster to have the mask off. Hopefully they'll let me keep that off throughout the game so we can have unmuffled sound from the broadcast team. We are joined this evening by videographer Shelly Dove. She has done 5 games so far today, and her voice is shot. And we are coming just fresh off of a trip to Orlando, Florida. We were in Orlando this morning. We left Orlando at 3:15 this morning. We wanted to be here this evening for tonight's matchup between the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats and the CHAP Chariots. So happy to be here this evening. And we also have as our statistician Sarah Barnes this evening, joining us all the way from Hebron, Indiana. So we are thrilled to be here as a team broadcasting this particular game. A bit staticky, maybe too close to the mouth. Thank you, Jill. I'll move it out. Let's try that. Let me know. Keep listening and let me know. Let me know how that sounds, Jill. She said it's a bit staticky, so I moved it a little further away from the mouth. So hopefully, yes, that's true. I do project my voice. So are you coming through there, Brad? All right. Okay, wonderful. Checking the sound and see if it's a little staticky. We're in HD as well. That's a good thing. That's great. All right. So, okay, just behind us, the MHA Thunder are playing the Christ the King team, and that did the Final Four as well. At halftime, it's 22-21. Tight game. 22-22. It's a tie ball game at the half. So it's a tie ball game right behind us. We'll try to give you updates on that other Final Four game in this regional championship.
The key is you do not talk loud about it.
This one, I don't have to talk louder, so I will.
Calm down.
Just calm down. Okay. How about this? Okay. Normal talking voice. I might get a little excited later on, but I feel like I have to yell because.
Like this real quick,
yes.
Hear you.
Yes. Thank you, Shelly.
But it will get loud. It's
So,
so loud.
just so you're aware, it is very loud in the gym, those of you who are watching. So in my head, I feel like I have to yell towards the microphone, but I will try to tone it down so you can hear me loud and clear. Hopefully we'll be a little better here. I'm going to try to be a better broadcaster this evening. We only have first names on the other team. I may just call them by their number. I don't know these girls, so I'd rather not call them by their first name like I do know them. So we may just go with numbers on the Chariots this evening. So, again, please keep letting us know how we're sounding on the live feed. Asking my wife how we're doing. Wildcat basketball on the WBN. Wildcats are brought to you by G.H. Herman Funeral Home. 317-787-7211. Our family serving your family for over 3 generations. You'll find G.H. Herman Funeral Homes in Greenwood and Indianapolis. Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats are also brought to you by Thai Spice and Thai Connection. Thai Connections in Columbus, Indiana. Thai Spice in Indianapolis, Indiana on County Line Road. Find them in Columbus on 527 Washington Street, 812-657-6790. And the Thai Spice in 2220 County Line Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46227. Find them at 317-881-2243. Wildcats are also brought to you by Country Nutrition Health Food Store. We have the knowledge and desire to help. Country Nutrition Health Food Store. Supplements, local meat and eggs, special diet needs. Connect with us at Country Nutrition of Indiana. That's at Country Nutrition of IN. You can give them a call also at 317-889-1305. Wildcats are also brought to you by Meyer. You find Meyer just north of County Line Road or just north of Main Street on State Road 135. Cats are also brought to you by Auto Tire Car Care Centers. Find them at 3115 Meridian Park Drive, Greenwood, Indiana, behind McDonald's and Kroger. Give them a call at 317-880-1880. Cats are brought to you by RG Mobile One, Diagnostics, Repair, Mobile Service, and Tires, Franklin, Greenwood, and Trafalgar. I love their tagline. If we meet and you forget me, you've lost nothing. But if you meet Jesus and forget him, you've lost everything. All right, thank you, Miriam, for letting us know the microphone's a little fuzzy. I'll try to tune it down just a little bit. Apparently it picks up the voice, and I project very loud, so hopefully I'll fix that with my tone of voice this evening. Cats are happy to be brought to you by Chick-fil-A. When you hear that Wildcat stomach growl, take that hunger to Chick-fil-A, just north of Main Street on State Route 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. The Greenwood Chick-fil-A. Let us join you for a game day. Pick up curbside at Greenwood Park Mall or our 135 location on the way home from the game. Ready to join the huddle, Chick-fil-A. That's our sponsors for tonight's game. We'll sprinkle them throughout the broadcast. Once again, we're broadcasting live from Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the Speed Fieldhouse. Shelly Dove is now back. If I'm talking lower, okay, very good. We'll keep trying to do this volume here. The Cats are ready to tip off, and the ball goes up. It's going to be Rachel Wirtz tipping off to Gloria Brewer, number 12. She feeds it up, but it's stolen away by the CHAP Chariots. That's a turnover by the Cats. Anna Ruddle gets back on defense, guarding number 5. They try to swing it over to number 1. She didn't see it coming, but she was able to recover in time. Ball is tied up. That's going to be a jump ball. Travel call on the play. That's just going to be Wildcat basketball. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Just 15 seconds gone so far. Wildcats with the basketball. Louis Shook slaps the ball and gets it into Hannah Ruddle. Chariots doing a full court press. Ruddle gets it up to Brewer. On up to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard looks inside. It's tapped away. She should be able to dribble. She gets it to Louis Shook on the free throw line. She drives. Trying to get inside. It's going to be a travel as she stopped. She shuffled both feet. And another turnover for the Cats. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. Cats do not have the full court press running right now. Number 5 for the Chariots comes up the court. Crosses all the way up to the free throw line. And that's number 32 being guarded tightly by Rachel Wirtz. Out to number 11 outside the three-point line. CHAP Chariot number 1. It's a carry on the play. It is a carry, and that's a travel call. It's Wildcat basketball. And so far, we like the refs a lot, right, Sarah? All right, Wildcats have the basketball. You get to Hannah Ruddle across the timeline. And she stops at the three-point line, gets up top to Louis Shook. Louis Shook, top of the key. Drives inside, kicks it out to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard's going to drive inside the lane and kick it out to Rachel Wirtz for a long 2. Rims out, no good. Rebound by the Chariots. They're going to feed it up to number 11 on the fast break. Good defense being applied there by Rachel Wirtz. with the block. Nice play there by Rachel Wirtz. Gloria Brewer behind the back. Dribble and get it out to Hannah Ruddle for a three-point shot. Boom! Wildcats strike first. It's 3-0 Wildcats. Chariots with the basketball. CHAP Chariots. It's a kick ball by Alyssa Woodard. Going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Chariot basketball. 6 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Chariots with the basketball underneath their own basket. They get it into number 32 due to Chariots. They swing it up top to number 1. Number 1's going to drive into the lane and put it up. No good. Rebounded, battled for, and Alyssa Woodard comes away with it. They're letting a little bit of reach in go, but she gets it up to Louis Shook to Brewer for 3. Boom! Almost there. That was so close. Ruddle with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by... it's off the Chariots. Going to be Wildcat basketball. 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3-0. Cats with the lead. They get it into Gloria Brewer. Hopefully she can get a little hot from the outside line to get it out. Brewer passed it out to Ruddle. Inside to Rachel Wirtz. Tried to make some room for herself, and she tried to get it to Gloria Brewer. Brewer could not handle it. Tried to throw it off a Chariot leg. Unable to do so. Chariots with the basketball. 32 behind the back dribble for the Chariots. She's going to try to work her way inside. Swings it over to 4. It's going to do the left-hand dribble and make a drive. It's going to be a foul called on the play. Number 4 for the CHAP Chariots was fouled, and that's going to be a foul on. We will see who that is on here momentarily. Foul is on Louis Shook with the push. Puts number 4 for the CHAP Chariots on the line. Shooting 2. Number 4 dribbles about 10 times at the line. And sets left-hand shooter. It's off the front of the rim, the back, and it comes in. All right. How's that sounding, Miriam? We'll see how we're getting here. Subs come in. We had Hollywood check in and Rhea Garcia check in for the Cats. So it's Ruddle, Brewer, Wirtz, Rhea Garcia, and Holly Woodard. Second one's up and good for the Chariot. It's 3-2. The Cats in the lead by 1. Hollywood, full court press being applied by the Chariots. Hollywood gets it up to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle across the timeout, but a timeout is called by the Wildcats. They're going to have to learn how to break this full court press by the Chariots. It is a full timeout by Coach Roscoe. Or actually, it looks like it might be a 3. So we have in front of us a stroller rolling across, and she was running really fast, and the referee said, it's okay, slow it down just a bit. She was trying to make it down the court, across the court. These courts are an odd configuration where the fans have to sit. We're looking at the action on the far side of the court, and the fans have to sit on one end. We are so happy to have benches along the one side opposing the benches, and so glad to be courtside with you this evening on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. We are here in Fort Wayne at Spieth Fieldhouse. It is 3-2. Wildcats in the lead by 1. 5 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first period. Both teams trying to figure each other out here. Not a lot of scoring going on so far, but they're both taking those hits and trying to figure out what the defense is going to do and how they're going to run the offense. So Coach Roscoe making some adjustments here. Staying out on the court is Hollywood, Rhea Garcia, Hannah Ruddle, Rachel Wirtz, and Gloria Brewer.
Right there. No, right there.
Am I off? Okay. And, all right, turn the volume down. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Shelley. Back to action here. Holly Woodard splits defenders and crosses the timeline. She's going to go all the way down, dump it off to Garcia for 2. It's good. 5-2. Cats in the lead by 3. And they get it up to CHAP Chariots, get it inside at 32. Being guarded by Rachel Wirtz. Block shot by Rachel Wirtz. And the CHAP Chariots come away with the basketball. It's going to be tied up. And that should be Wildcat basketball. It went to the Chariots a moment ago. It should be, let's see, it's going to be tied up. Oh, it's going to stay Chariot basketball, actually. It's going to be CHAP Chariot basketball. 5:21 remaining in the first. Chariots have the basketball underneath their own basket after that tied-up ball. Rachel Wirtz slaps it out of bounds. Good defense being applied there by Rachel Wirtz. And Chariots are going to have the basketball again underneath their own basket. 5-2, Cats in the lead. Chariots slap the ball. CHAP slaps and looking, gets it into number 4 for the Chariots. She had the free throws earlier. Good defense being applied there by Brewer. Going to be a traveling call. Wildcat basketball. 5-2 in the lead. 5:14 remaining in the first period. Hollywood with the basketball. Slaps the ball. Gets it into Ruddle. Ruddle back to Hollywood. Hollywood being guarded by 3 Chariot players, and they get it back. They get it away from her. Looks like we're getting a call from the sideline. Not sure what the call is on the sideline. Still don't know what that was. No foul was called. Something was rolling there, but not sure what it was. But the Cats get the break there because we're going to have the subs are going to come in. Alyssa Woodard for Rachel Wirtz. Thankfully, the CHAP Chariots had stolen the ball away, but there was an official timeout called there. Gloria Brewer has the basketball now. She's going to come up and throw it up to Rhea Garcia, who gets it over to Hollywood. Back, and she's trying to get it out to Alyssa Woodard. Going to have to be a harder pass than that. Chariot stole it away. Now it's stolen back away by Alyssa Woodard, who's going to go all the way down, do a jump stop, put it up and in for 2. What a play by Alyssa Woodard.
Hit it about 3 times.
And Chariots have the basketball. Chariots down to number 4 on the baseline. She's going to drive the baseline. She loses the ball. Wildcats have it, and Gloria Brewer throws it up to Hollywood. Tight basketball. It's fouls being pushed on the Chariots. They're going to have to probably back out of that full court press. They're getting some fouls being called. 4 minutes, 29 seconds. That's 2 team fouls on the Chariots. That was on number 32, and that is her first foul. And 32 checked out, so does 4. They get in some reinforcements due to Chariots. 4.5 minutes remaining. Chariots are going to keep up that full court press. They get it up to Hannah Ruddle, back up top to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard from the free throw line on the right side, no good. She gets her own rebound, though. And she's going to go back up and put it in for 2. Alyssa Woodard playing strong this evening. 9-2, and that's going to force a CHAP Chariot timeout. Cats are excited on the sideline. They stretch that lead out to 7, have the Wildcats. Yes, okay, so there was a foul called. Must have been a foul on that steal. It wasn't really a steal or a takeaway. All right, thank you, Miriam, for letting us know. It's still fuzzy, but fine. We appreciate that. Wearing the headset this evening, so sometimes the headset is different, especially with my voice. It gets used to Shelly's soft voice.
That is much better.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. So we had to turn down the volume on the device itself. All right. And we're coming in. So it is Wildcats. What's that?
The former Trailblazers coach is watching.
What's that?
The former Trailblazers coach is watching.
Oh, okay. Very good. He's watching. Very good. Chariots basketball, they come into the middle, but it's going to be a foul called on the play. We'll see who it's on here momentarily. It's going to be the second team foul. That is on number, I couldn't see it. All right. It's on number 20. Foul on number 20. That's Hannah Ruddle. Hannah Ruddle with her first, team second. That puts number 1 on the line, shooting 2. The first one is good. Makes the score 9-3. 3 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Rachel Wirtz is going to check back in. She's going to check in for Holly Woodard. Thanks for the feedback, folks. This is really helpful as you're giving the feedback on Facebook. We appreciate that. Number 1 for the Chariots is going to gather the ball back in from the referee. Wildcats getting ready to get the rebound. The second is no good. Rebounded by Rachel Wirtz. Good play there by Wall, but gathered in. She tried to throw it back in, and it was gathered in by the Chariots. That maybe it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Chariot basketball. Brewer tried to make the steal. Unable to do it from the corner, but no foul called. It's going to be Chariot basketball again on their end of the court. And they look to get it in, and they do get it into number 23, being guarded by Alyssa Woodard. 23 is going to drive the lane. Kick it over to number 1 for a short jumper, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer's going to have the basketball. Going to cross the timeline. Brewer's going to drive. Kick it out to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard. There's a foul there. Alyssa Woodard sure made it very exaggerated, but it was, she grabbed the arm of Alyssa Woodard. That's going to be the third team foul on the Chariots, and they're going to have 2 subs check in now and try to get. So who is the foul on? The foul is on number 1. That was her first. And that's the team's third foul for the Chariots. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. 3 points. Boom! It's good for Gloria Brewer. She received the inbounds pass and drained the 3 from downtown Fort Wayne. Chariots have the basketball. It's travel call. Wildcat basketball. Cats playing good defense so far this evening. 12-3. Cats in the lead by 9. It's the Cats' largest lead of the game. And the Chariots don't exactly know what hit them yet. Wildcats with the basketball. Hannah Ruddle's going to come up the court, get it over to Alyssa Woodard for two. She might have been fouled. Rebound gathered in by Rachel Wirtz. She's going to do the power dribble and kick it back out to Hannah Ruddle. To Rhea Garcia for three! The bank is open this evening. Everything's falling for the Cats once they got it turned on. The lid is off the basket for the Cats. It's 15-3. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Chariots with the drive inside. Thought about it too. Didn't. Pulled it back out to 20. Up the top of the key. And rebound. It's no good for the Chariots. And Alyssa Woodard with the rebound. 15-3. Cats in the lead by 12. Rhea Garcia on the left side, going to drive inside. Saw Rachel Wirtz. Didn't get it to her, but Cats were able to get the ball back. Alyssa Woodard off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Chariots. Chariots with the basketball. Oh, that was a carry. It might have been a carry. Could have been a carry. It was a double dribble. Double dribble call, and it's Wildcat basketball. It was either going to be a carry or a double dribble, and it turned out to be a double dribble. 15-3. Wildcats with the basketball. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first. Cats with a 12-point lead. Bookwalter checks in for the Cats. Bookwalter and Shook check in for the Cats. Bookwalter with the left-hand dribble. Gets it down low to Shook. Back up top to Alyssa Woodard. Fake the three. Drives the lane. Goes inside. Taps out of bounds. Going to be a foul called on the CHAP Chariots. That's the fourth team foul on the Chariots. We'll see who that is on momentarily here, but that's going to put number 3, Alyssa Woodard, on the line, shooting two. That's on number 32. That's her second personal foul, and that's the fourth team foul on the Chariots. 14 fouls on the Chariots, 2 on the Wildcats. Alyssa Woodard drains the first of 2. Cats extend their lead to 16-3. Cats in the lead by 13. Cats coming out strong, but this Chariots team is a very good basketball team. Cats have to be really careful not to let up off the gas. This Chariots team can come right back in this game. Alyssa Woodard drains the second of 2. 17-3. Cats in the lead by 14. Cats back on defense. Chariots approaching the three-point line. They kick it out on the right side to number 4. Number 4 looks inside to get it, and it bounces off her leg. It's stolen away by Gloria Brewer. Brewer on the fast break. She's going to go all the way to the hoop and put it up, and no good, no foul called. Rebounded by Shook. Gets it out to, that's Alyssa Woodard over to Louis Shook. Shook up top. Going to fake a drive and pull it back out. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. Louis Shook goes all the way around the horn. Gets it to Brewer for 3. Off the glass and good! The other team just simply cannot believe it went in. She was all the way down on the baseline. It kissed off the glass and it went in, folks. I'm telling you, when it's fallen for the Cats. 20-13. Cats in the lead. Chariots have the basketball. They put it up. No good. Rebound by Louis Shook. 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. It's just falling for the Cats right now. Alyssa Woodard for 3. No good. Rebound battled for. And gathered in by the CHAP Chariots. 3 players on the ground. Chariots. It gets tapped away, and that's going to might be a foul called. No, it is not. Oh, we got a timeout. There's an official timeout. A number 1 on the Chariots is hurt. She was down on the court. And they're trying to see what the discussion is here. Number 1 was down all the way down. She's going to have to take a break. Hopefully she's going to be okay. But they did call an official timeout once the ball was tapped away by the Wildcats. They called an official timeout to stop play. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining. The CHAP Chariots coach is asking some sort of question. We're not sure what that is. We can't hear it from over here. But it is kind of an official timeout because of number 1 getting hurt on the play. CHAP Chariots might be asking why there wasn't a foul, but 3 players ended up on the ground. 2 Wildcats and one of the Chariots. So it was a very physical play down low. Probably could have went either way. Refs decided not to call any foul. It's going to be Chariot basketball because they did have control of the basketball when the timeout was called. So it is Chariot basketball underneath their own basket with 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Chariots have the basketball. They slap it and they go in motion. They get it into number 3. Number 3 drives the baseline, tapped away by Gloria Brewer, and tapped out of bounds. Chariot basketball, 23. Cats in the lead by 17, their largest lead of the game. Cats on defense. They get it into number 4 due to CHAP Chariots. Number 4 is being guarded by Rachel Wirtz at the top of the key. She gets picked. Number 4 is going to drive inside. Going to be fouled by probably number 4 Bookwalter, but not sure. It could go to, it is. Number 4 Bookwalter on the foul. That is her first. That's the team's 3rd foul on the Wildcats. Bookwalter's first. CHAP Chariots have the basketball underneath their own basket. They're getting into number 4. Macy Klein's just outmanned there. She's just outsized. So they got it in and were able to get the bucket there. 20-5. Chariots with the basketball. Or Chariots with the point. Wildcats with the basketball. Brewer throws it up to Bookwalter. Bookwalter looking for some help. She gets it into Wirtz, who goes inside, puts it up off the glass, no good. Good play there by Wirtz. And she was frustrated by the shot and ended up grabbing the arm of the Chariots, and that is Rachel Wirtz's first foul. That's the 4th team foul on the Wildcats. 4 fouls apiece in this early going in the contest between the Chariots and the Wildcats. Chariots have the basketball. They get down. They're going to try to get it inside. Going to be a foul on probably Brewer there. And Cats need to be real careful here going into this. There's no sense picking up a bunch of fouls. Being up 15 with 30 seconds remaining, Cats need to lay off the fouls here. Sarah Roscoe's going to check in. That's the first team foul. No, they gave that to Wirtz. No, they probably gave it to Brewer, but we haven't seen it up on the board yet. It's saying 10 has 1, but I think that was the previous. They're asking who the foul is on, is the bookkeeper. And they're saying it's on number 4, Bookwalter, so Brewer did not pick up that foul. That's the second on Bookwalter, though. Very quickly, 2 quick fouls on Bookwalter. Chariots get it in, and they put it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Louis Shook. Nice, strong rebound by Shook. Shook with the left-hand dribble all the way down the lane. Kicks it out to Wirtz. He gives it up to Sarah Roscoe for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Roscoe back on defense. Oh, she steals it away, does Roscoe. 14 seconds remaining. She's going to wisely pull it up and run the offense with 10 seconds remaining. Bookwalter on the left side. Bookwalter gets it up to Rachel Wirtz. Rachel Wirtz can pull up and hit that 3 if she wants to. Gets it down to Macy Klein. 3 seconds remaining. Macy Klein for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bookwalter. Puts it up, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Wow, what a game so far turned in by the Cats. They're going to have to keep up that pressure, though. These CHAP Chariots are a good team. They just aren't able to get their shots to go so far. But the Cats have a 15-point lead going in at the end of the first quarter. It's 20-5. Wildcats in the lead. Cats in some minor foul trouble so far. We've got Bookwalter with 2. Anybody else with 2, Sarah?
The other game's tied up 34-34.
30 in the 4th? All right. Behind us, Christ the King is playing MHA Thunder. And that game right now is tied up 34-34, Melody Shook tells us. That's quite a game going on right behind us. That's another game in this Final Four. It's the CHAP Chariots and the Homeschool Wildcats. On the other game, it's the MHA Thunder versus Christ the King.
It would be a rematch.
So if MHA pulls it out, it'd be a rematch of the state championship game. The Cats were able to win that one just last weekend for the state championship. You are listening to the Wildcats on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Wildcats are brought to you by Campbell's Highland Grill. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Route 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy Southside. We're proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. You'll find Campbell's Highland Grill at campbellshighlandgrill.com. We're proud to have Campbell's Highland Grill as a key sponsor for the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Cats are going to inbound the basketball right in front of us here from our broadcasting booth, right in front of Shelly Dove. Shelly Dove is our videographer. Hannah Ruddle's going to go all the way down, put it up and in. What a play there by Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle for 2. 22-5. Cats extend their lead to the largest lead they've had. They match it at 17. Chariots with the basketball. She pulls up the dribble, hands it back out to 32, fakes a three-point basket. She's going to back Rachel Wirtz in. It can't back her in too far. Going to have to get rid of the ball pretty soon. It goes almost out of bounds. It does go out of bounds. Wildcat basketball. 7 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the second. Brewer's going to inbound the basketball. Chariots are going to do the full-court press once again. Cats are going to have to break the full-court press. And they get it up to Louis Shook. Louis Shook controls it, gets it back to Brewer. Shook had to gather it in there, and Mom Shook, we had a little bit of a heart attack. Rachel Wirtz puts it up and in for 2. Cats on a 4-0 run here in this second quarter. 24-5. Cats in the lead. CHAP Chariots with the ball outside the three-point line. Cats are playing such tight defense. That's going to be a two-hand touch. That's a two-hand touch by Rachel Wirtz. That's going to be the second foul on Rachel Wirtz on number 10. That's the 16th foul on the Cats. So Rachel Wirtz is going to have to take a break with picking up her second foul. That takes away some size on the inside, and the CHAP Chariots, they exploited that a little bit ago because the Chariots have a little bit of size on the Cats when Rachel Wirtz is not in. Number 3 drains a little floater for 2 for the Chariots. It is 24-7. Cats in the lead. 5-17. Oh, Brewer for 3, no good, off the glass. Rebounded by Alyssa Woodard. It's going to be a foul called on the Chariots. It's going to be a body foul. And that's going to be, she was held. So that's the 15th foul on the Chariots. Louis Shook's going to inbound the basketball for the Cats underneath their own basket. 24-7, Cats in the lead. And the foul, they get it. It was on 3. That's their first, team 5th for the Chariots. Wildcats looking to get it in. On the baseline by Louis Shook. Gives it to Brewer. And it's out of bounds. Should stay Wildcat basketball. It does. Could have almost been a jump ball as well. Good defense there being applied by the Chariots. Wildcat basketball underneath their own basket. Gloria Brewer is going to inbound the basketball for the Cats. 6 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the half. Brewer looks to get it in, does get it in to Woodard. Alyssa Woodard's going to drive inside and lay it up and in for 2. Off the glass for 2 for Alyssa Woodard. 26-7. Cats in the lead, their largest lead of the game so far at 19. Chariots with the basketball, trying to drive the baseline. They put it up the floater, no good. Rebound by Hollywood. Hollywood trying to hold on to the basketball, gets it to Woodard. Sorry, that's to Shook. Louis Shook with the basketball. She's going to drive the baseline, kick it back out to Brewer. Brewer being guarded tightly by the Chariots. Underneath on the weak side to Hannah Ruddle for 2. 28-7. That's going to be a timeout called by the CHAP Chariots. Wildcats are throwing up. Everything they throw up is going in this evening. Cats are extending that lead. They've extended it to 21 this evening. But again, these Wildcats have got to be careful as the CHAP Chariots can turn it right back on them. Again, the CHAP Chariots beat the homeschool Wildcats earlier this year by 8. So Cats are trying to come out and strike first. They have done that, but they've got to be careful as they continue this game. MHA is up over Christ the King by 4 with how much time remaining, Brent? 4 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. MHA is leading in the other Final Four game going in the Midwest Regional Tournament for the ICBHBC. It's the NCHBC, National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. But this is the regionals. So this team, the CHAP Chariots, are they from Michigan or we don't know? This is the Midwest Regional. Do we know where the CHAP Chariots are from? They're from Michigan. Yes, so as we mentioned before, when the Wildcats played the CHAP Chariots, they were just recovering from a round of COVID, so they were pretty lethargic as they watched the film from earlier. They watched the film earlier today from that game. It's tapped away by Alyssa Woodard with the steal. She's going to go all the way down. She is fouled, but she stopped first. Oh, they're calling a travel. Oh, that's a bummer of a call there for Alyssa Woodard. When she stopped, she did that jump stop, and sometimes refs will let you by with it, and sometimes they won't. They didn't this evening. And we hope the scoreboard's not affecting that. Sometimes you see that scoreboard and the other team's down by 20+, and you let the other team get the call. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. It's just part of our human nature. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. They get it up, and they get their own rebound and put it back up and in for 2. Again, the CHAP Chariots can turn it on and turn it up. They are a capable team. They made it here to the Final Four, as did the Cats. They didn't get here by accident. So CHAP Chariots with 9, Indianapolis Homeschool Girls Wildcats 28. Alyssa Woodard's going to drive the baseline, hand it off to Brewer. Nope, goes out to Rhea Garcia for 3. Looks good. It is! Boom! Garcia for 3. 31-9. Cats extend their lead to 22. That's going to be out of bounds. It's gathered in by Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle going to go down and give it to Rhea Garcia. Garcia's going to pull it back out. Garcia's being trapped by two, but she keeps her dribble, goes underneath to Hannah Ruddle. Hannah Ruddle pulls that back out to pass the three-point line. Hannah Ruddle looks for help, tries to get inside. It's gathered in by the CHAP Chariots. They steal it away. Chariots with the basketball. 32, they go all the way coast to coast. Good defense being applied by the Cats. Hollywood with the block on the shot. Good job there by Holly Woodard. Cats back on offense. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball. Gets it underneath to Hollywood with the left-hand hook, and no good. Rebound by CHAP Chariots. Number 32, she's got her eye on the basket. She's going to drive and go out left, outside the three-point line. Gets it to number 5. Thought about the 3. They get it up top to number 1, who does pull the trigger on the 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gloria Brewer. Brewer with the rebound. 31-9. 4 minutes remaining in this half. Brewer with the around the back triple. Came inside, laid up off the glass. What a play by Gloria Brewer. Folks, when you're hot, you're hot. And the Cats right now are hot. It is 33-9. The Chariots have no idea what has hit them this evening. And I think they were. I mean, coming out here, they had just beat the Wildcats by 8 earlier in the year, and all of a sudden, the Cats come out in the first half with a 24-point lead.
I feel like our girls came out and they were like, hello, let me introduce you. I'm a Wildcat.
Yeah, I don't think we met earlier in the year. My name is. Yeah, that's exactly right, Shelley. Great point. They just came out and said, let's reintroduce ourselves, since we didn't get very well acquainted before. Cats just playing lights out so far. They want this so badly. The problem is, see, the Cats have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They came into this tourney. They were seeded as a number 6 after having won their state championship. They were seeded number 6 in this tourney. And so the Cats are saying, what are you talking about, NCHBC? We're going to show you what we're made of. And they're coming out striking hard against the Chariots. I like the attitude of these Cats in this game. They're playing hard. Hopefully they do not let up the entire time. They are playing like professionals. They really are.
I've seen goofier games than the WNBA.
Yes, absolutely. And the Chariots just have not figured it out yet, and the Cats just keep pushing the pedal to the metal. 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining coming out of that timeout. 33-9, Cats with the lead. Chariots trying to get inside. Unable to do so, they put it up and that one is good, and going to have the foul on the play. Count the bucket. Foul is on number 23. I believe that's Rhea Garcia. Foul's on number 20. That's the team's 7th foul. That's her. They're saying that was on number 3. No, 23. All right, and the free throw's up, no good. That should stay Wildcat basketball. It does. Wildcat basketball, 33-11. Cats in the lead by 22. Hannah Ruddle's going to bring the ball up the court. Call the play. Across the timeline. Being guarded tightly by number 3 of the CHAP Chariots. Ruddle's going to drive down to the baseline, kick it back out to Louis Shook. Louis Shook with the basketball. Hands it off to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle, top of the key, being guarded by number 11 of the Chariots. Rhea Garcia with the basketball. She's going to drive inside. Tapped away by the Chariots. Garcia with the basketball. Out by the half line. That's going to be a foul. A little touching, a little push there by the CHAP Chariots. That's going to be the 16th foul. No, they're going to call. So that is a foul on the Chariots. It's going to be Wildcat basketball on the far side. That's number 4, her first, team 6. 7 fouls for the Cats, 6 for the Chariots. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in this halftime. 33-11, Cats with the win, with the lead. And Louis Shook with the basketball. Looks right, gets it back up top to Gloria Brewer. Cats are slowing it down a little bit. Garcia kicks it back out to Shook on the far left side. Shook does a switch. Nice play there by Louis Shook. Gets it over to Hannah Ruddle. She's going to drive the lane. Put it up. No good. Rebound by the Chariots. Chariots with the basketball. CHAP across the timeline does number 23. She looks out to the left side to number 4, who's trying to get inside the lane. Shoots it up for the left side of the free throw line. Gets her own rebound. Going to be out of bounds. That's going to be a foul called on number 14, Louis Shook. They are going to say she was shooting on that play. That's the 18th foul on the Cats. That's Louis Shook's second personal foul. 33-11. 44-43 on the game behind us. 45-43 on the game behind us. MHA in the lead over the CHAP Chariots. the Christ the King. CHAP Chariots have mass subs. 3 subs come in for the CHAP Chariots. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the half. 33-12. Cats in the lead by 21. Getting a little bit of foul trouble, though. And that second free throw is no good. Rebounded by the Chariots. It just had a hard rebound. They put it back up for 2. 33-14, Cats in the lead. But the Chariots on a 4-0 run. Wildcats to the basketball. Cats sure would like to score here. Bookwalter's in the game. Gives it down low on the right side to Hollywood. Hollywood with the basketball. Gets it up top to Bookwalter. Bookwalter looks for her team to start moving. They move. Bookwalter gets it up top to Shook. Shook gets it down low to Brewer. Puts it up and no good. Rebounded by the Chariots. That's a tough break for Gloria Brewer. She's normally right on underneath there. Might have had some contact. Refs are letting them play a lot underneath. It's stolen away by Brewer. Brewer on the fast break across the timeline. Brewer's going to drive all the way down, put it up, and no good. Out of bounds, should stay Wildcat basketball. It does not. It's going to be Chariot basketball. Alyssa Woodard's going to check in for her sister Hollywooder. So Chariots on a 4-0 run. Again, the Chariots, they got here too to the Final Four. 33-14. Chariots on a little bit of a run. Hannah Ruddle playing defense against number 5 of the Chariots. They get it out. Bookwalter now guarding number 1. Number 23 with the basket. Stolen away inside by Gloria Brewer. Nice short hands there by Brewer. Looks up. Gets it to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard, it's foul called. Wrap it around. Might have been a hug there. And they're going to call it out of bounds. No foul. So it's just a friendly hug there by the Chariots. We try to reserve hugs for family time and church time, but here on the court, a little bit of hugging going on out there. Wildcats with the basketball underneath their own basket. Get it inside to Alyssa Woodard. Going to drive the baseline. She feels the basket, and she gets it in! She gets it to fall, and the foul called. That's what they call the old and one for Alyssa Woodard. She goes to the line for the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. 35-14. Cats in the lead by 21. 1 minute, 23 seconds remaining on the clock. Alyssa Woodard with that free throw, no good. Rebounded, battled for, and it should stay Wildcat. It's going to stay Wildcat basketball. It is. Wildcat basketball looks like number 1 might be hurt on the play. No, she is not. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball out of bounds. The game behind us is really amping up. And that's that other Final Four game between the MHA Thunder and Christ the King. Brewer with the basketball. She receives the inbound pass. Brewer swings it over to Shook. Shook gets it inside to Alyssa Woodard. Nice little shot off the glass and good. Not to the ground. Oh, she got the foul too. Got the and one. Let's see if she can make the correction here. That is 18 fouls apiece. 8 for the Cats. 8 for the Chariots. That foul's on number 32. That is her 3rd personal. That's some foul trouble for the CHAP Chariots. That one is going to be a friendly roll, and it goes in for the Cats. 38-14. Cats in the lead by 24. Sarah Roscoe checks in for the Cats, as does number 1, Macy Klein. So right now it's Sarah Roscoe, Macy Klein, Julia Bookwalter, Louis Shook on the court for the Cats, and Alyssa Woodard. Chariots have the basketball. They bring it up in the backcourt, and they cross the timeline, does number 5. Swings it over to 23, dumps it inside, and number 21. That looked like it might have been She lowered her shoulder, but Bookwalter, hopefully Bookwalter doesn't get frustrated. That was a tough call there. Bookwalter was that's her 3rd foul on Bookwalter. She just barreled into her. Tough call for Bookwalter. That's 3 fouls on Bookwalter. Bookwalter needs to come out. 51-50 with a minute remaining. MHA is up by 1. MHA is up by 1 behind us. Number 1 to shoot the second, and that one is good. That's 38-16. Cats in the lead by 22. 1 minute remaining in the half. Sarah Roscoe gets down low to Macy Klein for her nice little 2-pointer. She does well at that, and she drains it for 2. 40-16. Cats in the lead. 48 seconds remaining. Chariots with the basketball. They hand it off to number 1. Hopefully Bookwalter doesn't pick up another foul. She doesn't there, but gets the rebound. Bookwalter gets it over to Sarah Roscoe. Roscoe with the basketball. Roscoe across the timeline. Roscoe drives all the way down. What a move by Roscoe! And she gets her own rebound. No, she does not. But it's battled for. Wildcat basketball. It seems to be staying Wildcat basketball. Cats have 19 fouls. Chariots have 8. 40-16. Cats in the lead. Louis Shook gets it into Bookwalter. Bookwalter off her foot, but she gathers it back in. She gets it to Sarah Roscoe. Roscoe travels the lane, gets it down to Macy Klein. Outside to Alyssa Woodard for 3. Off the ring, no good. Louis Shook with the rebound and puts it up and in for 2. Good rebound there by Louis Shook. Cats just tacking it on. 42-16. 8 seconds, 6, 5, 4. Chariots are going to have to get the ball up. They do. No good. Rebound by the Cats. And that ends the first half. Oh, it has been all Wildcats all the time. Watching the Chariots walk to the sideline, they simply do not know what hit them. They ran into a buzzsaw this evening that was called the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Chariots, 16, your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats, 42. Oh no, I got on camera. Okay. From the sideline here, watching the game behind us, MHA is up 53-50 with 56.4 seconds remaining. Both teams are in the double bonus. 53-51 now. Christ the King hit the free throw shot. It is 53-51. Hear the whistle going. 56.4 seconds still remaining. Now they hit the other free throw. Now it's 53-52. MHA in the lead by 1. 53-52 to see who the Wildcats play in the next game coming up tomorrow at 7:30. If the Wildcats are able to pull out this game here, currently they are up 42-16. We'll get our totals here at halftime in just one moment. Trying to keep you up to date here on this game behind us. We could walk over. Let's do that. Let's just walk over here, and we've got about 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the halftime here, and 55 seconds remaining in this game. 54-52. MHA in the lead by 2. This is going to determine who the Cats or the CHAP Chariots will play in the game tomorrow evening. Second one is good. 55-52. MHA in the lead by 3. Traveling call on the Christ the King Jaguars. 49.5 seconds remaining. MHA Thunder in the lead by 3. Timeout called by the Christ the King Jaguars. And again, folks, if the Cats win and the MHA Thunder win, this will be a rematch of the state tournament just last week, where your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats won over the MHA Thunder by 10. But stakes are much higher here, and the Cats came in a much lower seed. And so Cats are really trying to play up. MHA Thunder had to beat some teams. They had to beat the Cincinnati Trailblazers to get to this game. Thunder, they come out amped. They are very excited. They've got three sisters that play for the Thunder. But right now, it's Mary Ann Saida, Caroline Saida, Mary Saida, and Ann Saida. That's who it is. Looks like Hollum is also on the court. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Jaguar basketball. 55-52. 55-52, 47 seconds remaining. Jaguars with the basketball. They put up a 3. No good. Rebounded by the Jaguars, though. They put it back up top, and they swing it off over to the right. Oh, it's stolen away by Ann Saida. Puts it up and in. That's going to be the game, I think. That's 57-52. MHA Thunder in the lead by 5. And Jaguars with the basketball. Three-point shot, no good. Gathered in by the Thunder. That's going to do it, folks. The MHA Thunder are going to go to the championship game in this regional. Oh, my goodness. Thunder decided it wasn't time to end it just yet. 57-52. We're going to have to go back to our game. MHA Thunder is up by 5 with just a few seconds remaining in that game just behind us. Thank you for joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Just trying to give you who is going to come away with that game behind us. All right, we're going to give you the totals for the first half. Macy Klein had 2 points. Alyssa Woodard with 11. Okay. Gloria Brewer with 8. Louis Shook with 2. Hannah Ruddle with 7. And Rhea Garcia with 3. 8. Okay, very good. And Wildcats have taken the court. It is 42-16, Cats in the lead. We're going to restart here this second half. Number 1 is going to come back out. She's the one who was hurt earlier. Looks like she may have some blood on that back heel. Yep, she does. They're going to have to wipe that off, get her back in the game. You are listening to the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. It's 42-16, Cats in the lead. 7 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the third. Deep 3 ball by the Chariots. She stepped on the line trying to save it. It was an air ball. Stepped on the line trying to save it. It's Wildcat basketball. 42-16. Likely, whoever the winner of this game is going to play the MHA Thunder. They beat Christ the King Jaguars just moments ago behind us. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball, top of the key. Tries to dump it over, does to Alyssa Woodard for 3, no good. Rebounded by Louis Shook. She's battling for that ball. Oh, my goodness. She had three Jaguars, so there's the win. If you can hear behind us, that's the win by MHA. Louis Shook with the basketball, kicks it into Alyssa Woodard. Knocked out of bounds, and it was off of Alyssa Woodard, and it's going to be Chariot basketball. And number 4 for the Chariots gets it into number 5. Chariots come across the timeline. 42-16. Chariots over to the right, outside the three-point line to 23. Up to number 4, being guarded by Gloria Brewer. She's going to go all the way down. They're going to give a foul to number 12, Gloria Brewer. That's going to be her second, team first of the half. We need Brewer to stay out there as much as possible. That's her first. Oh, because they gave the one to number 4. That's right. They gave the one we thought was Brewer earlier to number 4, Bookwalter. So that's only the first for Brewer. Chariots with the basketball. They get it in. Being guarded by Rachel. That's going to be a foul by Rachel Wirtz. She did foul her pretty well. That's 2 quick fouls. And that's the third personal foul on Rachel Wirtz. That's the third personal foul on Rachel Wirtz. That's not a good thing for the Cats. And Coach Roscoe is going to have to make a decision here pretty quickly as to what he needs to do. First free throw is no good by number 32 of the Chariots. Rachel Wirtz cannot. Coach Roscoe is saying, do not foul. He's exhorting her from the free throw, the bench. Alyssa Woodard comes away with the basketball rebound. 42-16. Louis Shook crosses the timeline. Hopefully the Cats can keep up the intensity. Louis Shook out to Hannah Ruddle. Dribbles at the top of the key. Thought about the 3. Decided to swing it out to the right to Gloria Brewer. She's going to go on down. Drive to the baseline. It is blocked by the CHAP Chariots. So no score so far in this half. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. Going to shoot up the 3 ball. And it's good. CHAP Chariots with a 3 ball. You just knew at some point the Chariots were going to start making some shots, and so that's 42-19. Wildcats have got to be real careful coming out of this half. It's a 3-0 run here by the CHAP Chariots on that three-pointer. 42-19. Cats in the lead, but Rachel Wirtz has picked up a foul already. Her third personal foul, the second team foul of the half. Gloria Brewer's picked up the other one. And we are less than 1 minute and a half into this third quarter. So Coach Roscoe, wise timeout here to say, hey, let's regroup and let's go back to what we were doing in that first half. You can't always count on your offense, but you've got to be able to count on that defense to defend those easy shots and watch out for those fouls. You are listening to the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. Cats take the court again. It's Rachel Wirtz has stayed out there, surprisingly so. We'll see if she can be disciplined and avoid that 4th foul. Rachel Wirtz, she's smiling, seemed to have a good time, but got to watch the foul here. And Ruddle with the basketball comes up the court, across the timeline. Ruddle being guarded by number 11. Nice speed, underneath pass to Brewer. Puts it up. Might have been some contact underneath. Oh, Louis Shook comes away with the rebound. And that's going to be batted away by the Chariots. Brewer grabs the ball. She has the basketball. Splits 2 defenders. Gets it up to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle with the shot, no good. The layup, no good. Cats can't buy a bucket so far this half. Hannah Ruddle needs to be careful over there on that far side. A lot of physical pushing around underneath there. And now the ball's gathered in. It's going to be a tied-up ball. And it's going to stay CHAP Chariot basketball. Cats are going to sub in here. It's going to be Holly Woodard and Rhea Garcia checking in for Rachel Wirtz, who's going to go to the bench, having 3 fouls. And Louis Shook goes to the bench as well. CHAP Chariots with the basketball on a 3-0 run this half. 42-19 is the score. Chariots slap the basketball. They go into motion, get it. Big-time block by Brewer, but it's not a block. It's a foul. And that's going to be the second personal foul on Gloria Brewer. That's going to put the Chariots on the line shooting 2. That's the third team foul by the Cats in just a little over 2 minutes here in this half. Cats need to be careful on that foul trouble. CHAP Chariots on the line shooting 2. First one's up and good by number 1 for the Chariots. And they gather in the second one. Let's see how she does on the second one. And the second one is up and rattles out. Rebounded by Hollywood. Gets the ball up to Ruddle. All right. I don't know, Jill. I'm not sure what time the boys will start. They may be getting ready to start here. It's supposed to be 8:30, but it's 8:40 right now. So it may be getting ready to start here momentarily. Alyssa Woodard just standing up at the free throw line, the half line. They're not guarding her. She's content to stand there. Get it down on the right side to Brewer, who takes the baseline. There's a lot of bumping going on. Gloria Brewer just can't buy that down low, and that's dribbled out of bounds. Should be Wildcat basketball, and it is. Yeah, it is. Not a good start to the second half for the girls. 42-20. Chariots on a 4-0 run this half. Boys will start in 4 minutes. And Hollywood has the basketball on the far right side. Gets it to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard fakes her man out, goes all the way down and up, and gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled, but it's no foul call. Wow. Cats are getting hammered underneath. And what's that? Sorry. And Wildcats have the basketball underneath. Going to try to remove this thing from my ear here so I can hear a little better. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball. Stolen away. Oh, no. Brewer gathers it back in, sees the lane opening up, swings it over to Rhea Garcia for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hollywood. Should be a jump ball. It is. That should stay Wildcat basketball. It does. Wildcat basketball. Underneath their own basket. Hannah Ruddle inbound the basketball. CHAP Chariots sub in. 23 and 4 come in for the Chariots. 42-44 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the quarter. Ruddle going to inbound the basketball. Ruddle slaps the ball. Cats go in motion. Cats moving. Got to get it in soon. They do. Get it into Hollywood. Hollywood to the left side to Rhea Garcia. Garcia to the right to Brewer. Brewer just standing out by the half line. It appears Coach Roscoe's told him to slow it down just a little bit because they are holding. The clock is their friend at this moment. They just have to score occasionally. Garcia tried to feed that pass, that lead pass. The Cats steal it away at the half line. And Alyssa Woodard with the layup for 2. And the Cats finally break through the basket in this second half. 44-20. Long three-point basket by 32. She was wide open and hit the deep 3 ball. 44-23. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball. Cats, so far this half, it's 7-2. Cats not leading 7-2 in this half. But right now the score is 44-23. Cats lead by 21. Alyssa Woodard with the basketball. Being guarded by 32. She almost lost the ball. She did lose the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. He's going to call a foul on the far side. Foul is on number 3, Alyssa Woodard. She came in pretty hot with the hands. That's the first foul on Alyssa Woodard, but that is a 4th team foul on the Cats. They do not seem to be in sync this half. And the Chariots can play basketball, folks. They can play basketball. They're not in the Final Four for nothing. 44-23. Cats in the lead by 21, but the Chariots have the basketball. And the CHAP Chariots get the fortunate bounce down low. Ball slapped away, and they push it out to another CHAP Chariot player. Oh, that's a traveling call. Traveling call on the CHAP Chariots. And some elbowing going on, but the traveling call was called. It's 44-23, Cats with the basketball. Hannah Ruddle brings it up the court for the Cats. She calls the play. Across the timeline. Anna Ruddle being guarded by number 11. They swing it over to the left side, to the right side to Garcia. She's unable to corral the basketball, and the Cats have another turnover in this half. That's quite a few turnovers here for the Cats in this half. 44-23. And the CHAP Chariots sub in, keeping fresh legs on the court. 3 minutes remaining in this third. 23. Gets it into number 4, Hollywood. Good defense there by Hollywood. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. Louis Shook going to inbound the basketball. Garcia takes the seat. Bookwalter checks in for the Cats. So it's Bookwalter, Brewer, Hollywood, Ruddle, and Shook on the court for the Cats. 44-23. 2 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. Ruddle swings it over on the right side to Bookwalter. Bookwalter being guarded by number 4, the CHAP Chariots. Over to Louis Shook. Tries to get it, and nice cutting pass inside to Gloria Brewer, who does the reverse layup left-handed, puts it in for 2. 46-23. Cats in the lead. Cats needed that bucket in the worst kind of way. Hollywood dribbles out of 2 defenders, crosses the timeline, does Hollywood. Left-handed pass over to the CHAP Chariots. Hollywood needed to slow it down, but she wanted to get it over to her player on the far right side. Number 4 for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the CHAP Chariots. It's a long rebound outside. 32 thought about hitting another 3. Is going to instead try to back down inside the lane, being guarded by Brewer. Louis Shook with good defense there, and the CHAP Chariots get it. It doesn't fall through for them. That was a good take there by the Chariots, unable to get it to go down. 46-23. And Cats get it inside to Louis Shook, back out to Bookwalter. Bookwalter going to drive with the left hand, try to put it up. It's going to be a foul. Bookwalter's going to go on the line shooting 2. Foul on number 4 of the CHAP Chariots, I think. It is. Foul on number 4. It's going to put number 4. Bookwalter, she's clutching her back. Hopefully she didn't fall on her back there. 46-23. Bookwalter on the line, shooting 2. The first one, she just needs to settle down. She was a little rushed on that particular shot. As soon as she shot it, she turned around saying she didn't want to shoot that one. She wanted that one back, but she is clutching her back. I'm wondering if she's hurting a little bit. She gets the second one to go. She makes the adjustment. 47-23, Cats in the lead by 24. And the Chariots with the basketball. They get it up to number 1 of the Chariots, who puts it in for 2, 47-25. Gloria Brewer with the basketball. She's going to shoot the 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound gathered in by the CHAP Chariots. Brewer needs to not get the foul. She blocks it, and the Cats have the steal. 47-25. Hollywood slows it down wisely, gets it over to Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. She needs to watch behind. Her shoe is having some difficulty. Inside of Shook. Oh, that would have looked so good had it gone in. Ball stolen away by the Cats. Anna Ruddle with the basketball. I'm not sure what the foul. She stepped on the line. Out of bounds on the Cats. It's Chariot basketball. Chariot's going to drive all the way down, being guarded by Shook. And that's it. Oh, no foul call. Gathered in by, she stepped on the line. It's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be, there are about 10 little junior Cat girls under the basket. And the Cats tried to corral it in, unable to get it to stay in bounds for the Cats. So it's Chariots basketball. There's a lot of physicality going on underneath. But the Cats do not get called for the foul. Louis Shook gets it outside, left side. Long trigger shot by Bookwalter. Boom! Bookwalter for 3. 50-25. Cats in the lead. 27 seconds remaining. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. They get it down low. Oh, it's tipped up by Hollywood. Number 20 has the basketball for the Chariots. Gives it 23, who can shoot the 3. Rattles in and out. And the rebound's battled for. Gathered in by Ruddle. 10 seconds remaining. 9, 8. Trying to get it down low to Shook. Outside to Bookwalter for 3. Oh, in and out. 2 seconds remaining. And they get it up. No shot. And that concludes the third quarter. Coach Roscoe is clapping for his girls as they come in from the third quarter. Cats in the lead, 50-25. You are listening to your homeschool Wildcats on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Score behind us with the boys playing. Who are the boys playing behind us? Do we know?
Cincinnati.
Playing Cincinnati. Okay, a good Cincinnati team playing the boys in the Final Four. They beat us earlier this year. All right. Cats are brought to you by G.H. Herman Funeral Homes. Our family serving your family for over 3 generations. Greenwood and Indianapolis, G.H. Herman Funeral Homes. Wildcats are also brought to you by Thai Spice in Indianapolis and Thai Connection, authentic Thai cuisine in Columbus, Indiana. Cats are also brought to you by Country Nutrition. We have the knowledge and desire to help. Supplements, local meat and eggs, special diet needs. Connect with us at Country Nutrition of IN on Facebook and Instagram. Wildcats are also brought to you by A New Smile, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. See Dr. Patricia and Shane New, 317-888-6684. Wildcats are also brought to you by Meyer, just north of Main Street on State Route 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. We'll get to some more sponsors here momentarily. The fourth quarter is about to kick off here. CHAP Chariots are going to have the basketball. Number 3 is going to inbound the basketball to number 5. They get the ball in. Cats back on defense. Sarah Roscoe in for the Cats. It's Roscoe, Shook, Ruddle, Alyssa Woodard, Brewer. Let's see, and it's up, and it's good by the CHAP Chariots. They come out with a quick 2-0. It's 50-27, Cats in the lead. Get it outside on the right side to Louis Shook. Back up top to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard with the basketball. She hands it off to Sarah Roscoe. She may be small, but she's mighty. No doubt about it. That Sarah Roscoe knows how to play basketball. Big things come in small packages, that's for sure. She had the ball tipped away from her. She gathered it back in from the CHAP Chariots. That's going to be a foul on the CHAP Chariots. That's going to put Alyssa Woodard on the line, shooting 2. Rachel Wirtz is back in for the Cats. She has 3 fouls, right? Rachel Wirtz has 3 personal fouls. She's back in. So it's Wirtz, Ruddle, Sarah Roscoe, Alyssa Woodard, and Louis Shook on the court for your Cats. Her first free throw is up for Alyssa Woodard, and it's good. 51-27. Cats looking to make a statement win here. Seeded number 6, as I understand it, in this tournament. Getting ready to try to go to that championship game tomorrow to play the MHA Thunder, who they beat last week by 10. No guarantee you can beat them again next week, though. That's for tomorrow, that's for sure. CHAP Chariots with the basketball. 52-27, Cats in the lead. 23 hands it off to 32. Going to drive the lane and put it up and in for 2. 52-29, Cats in the lead. 7 minutes remaining in the game. Sarah Roscoe behind the back dribble gets it over to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle with the right-hand dribble gets it out to Sarah Roscoe. Dumps it inside to Rachel Wirtz. She moved that pivot foot right before she put it on the ground, and that's 52-29. That's going to be a timeout call by the CHAP Chariots. 52-29. Cats in the lead by, that would be by 23. They're leading by 23. 4-4. Boys behind us. 4-4 versus the Cincinnati Trailblazers. Cincinnati Trailblazers have a good team this year, does Cincinnati. Cincinnati generally puts up a pretty good product by way of homeschool basketball. Certainly a nemesis of the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats program, that's for sure. Wildcats are brought to you by Auto Tire Car Care Centers at 3115 Meridian Park Drive in Greenwood, Indiana, behind McDonald's and Kroger. Call on at 317-888-1880. That's Auto Tire Car Care Centers. CHAP Chariots with the basketball, crossing the timeline. They get it down to the free throw line to number 32. It's batted away by Louis Shook. Number 1's going to drive the lane. It's batted away again by Louis Shook, who has the fast break. She's being guarded by number 5. She's ran into by number 32. They're going to call a jump ball instead, and it's going to stay Wildcat basketball because it was Chariot basketball coming out of the quarter. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Cats have the basketball. Brewer for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Look, they might have got a finger on that one. CHAP Chariots in the fast break. They're going to go all the way down, being guarded by 4 Wildcats players. She came from behind. You will not, it might have been all ball, but you're not going to get the call coming from behind. And that foul was called on Alyssa Woodard. That's her second, team 5th foul of the half. First one is up and no good by number 3. Alyssa Woodard really wanted that to be a blocked shot, but very rarely are you going to get that from behind. 52-29, now 52, still 20 behind, but the Chariots get the long rebound. Gathered in by Rachel Wirtz. She stole the ball away. They get it up to Alyssa Woodard. Alyssa Woodard's going to go in off the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound. She's going to go up strong for 2 and miss it. That's going to be a foul on Alyssa Woodard. That's her 3rd personal foul, 6th team foul. 6 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Alyssa Woodard might have been just a little bit frustrated there. She was feeling some contact underneath. Cats are not getting that call in this second half. But again, the Cats are up 52-29, so sometimes the refs looked at the scoreboard as well and had some compassion. Chariots with the basketball. They're going to drive all the way inside and put it up for 2, just as number 4 of the Chariots. 5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. 52-31, Cats lead's been cut to 21. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball, needs some help on that far side. It's going to be a foul called. A little too much contact there by the Chariots. Hannah Ruddle had the basketball, and they were trying to wrestle it away from her. On number 23, her first, team 3rd of the half for the Chariots. Hannah Ruddle slaps the basketball, looks to get it in. Does get it in to Louis Shook. Across the timeline. Now she goes back across the timeline, does Shook. Shook's going to drive right, use the pick from Brewer. Brewer gets the ball handed back to her from Louis Shook. Brewer dribbles out by the half line, taking her time. Brewer going to try to drive inside. It's going to be a foul called on the CHAP Chariots on number, not sure. Okay, so it's going to be a foul on number 3. That's her 2nd, team 4th. And Louis Shook's going to inbound the basketball underneath the basket for the Cats. Louis Shook over to Brewer for 3. Boom! Gloria Brewer for 3. 55-31. Cats in the lead. Cats extend that lead back to 24. 5 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. They get it underneath. Alyssa Woodard needs to be careful. She is rebounded by Rachel Wirtz, who gets it to Shook. Shook with the ball, comes up, across the timeline. 4 minutes, 52 seconds. They hand it off to Brewer. Out at the half line, being loosely guarded by number 11. Not enough to get the time started. Brewer underneath the Rachel Wirtz for left-hand lane for 2. Good pass underneath by Gloria Brewer. Inside to Rachel Wirtz for 2. 57-31. Alyssa Woodard needs to be careful. She is rebound by Rachel Wirtz again. Cats playing good defense on the defensive end. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Ruddle with the basketball. Splits 2 defenders. He's going to go out of bounds, so off her own leg, it's going to be Chariot basketball. It did come off her knee and out of bounds. Chariot basketball. Chariot sub in again. They keep fresh legs on the court seemingly at all times. Chariots with the basketball. Rachel Wirtz playing defense out, way outside. Hannah Ruddle playing defense inside. That's going to be a foul, probably on Hannah Ruddle. She came from behind. Nope, but they're going to give it to number 10, Rachel Wirtz. That was actually should have been given to Hannah Ruddle. That was given to Rachel Wirtz. That's her 4th. That's the team's 7th. Rhea Garcia is going to have to check in for the Cats. Garcia checks in for Hannah Ruddle, and Hollywood checks in for, oh my. He's going to leave Rachel Wirtz in the game. He's going to leave Rachel Wirtz in. He's going to give her the opportunity to play. Hollywood, Garcia, Shook, Wirtz, and Brewer for your Cats. Louis Shook gathers in the rebound. It's battled for. Tipped away. Garcia with the basketball. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. He's telling her right now, telling Rachel, you have 4. Rachel can't believe that she has it. because she thought for sure that was given to her teammate, but it was not. That's not who they gave it to. Oh, the ball is interrupted by Louis Shook. Nice steal by Shook. Shook's going to pull up. No, oh, she touched down just in time. Just in time did Ray Garcia. I mean, lightning quick toes on that one by Garcia to get the foot on the other side of the court. Almost over and back there for the Cats. 3 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Ray Garcia with the basketball. It's going to be a timeout called by Coach Roscoe. Good timeout, full timeout here by the Wildcats. 57-31. Cats in the lead by 26. Cats.
11 tonight.
What's the score on the Cats?
So, to go up on the Cats.
Okay. So it's 14-12. 14-12 Cats. 14-12 Wildcats playing the Cincinnati Trailblazers. Lots of action over here just behind us. You can find the boys Wildcats on the Indy Wildcats channel on YouTube. But we don't want you to leave this game just yet. They'll be over there when we get done with this game.
Remind them if they're not
subscribed
to Lady Wildcats.
Shelly says, hey, make sure if you're watching this game, hit subscribe on our Indy Wildcat channel or the girls' Lady Wildcats channel. That'll help the girls be able to broadcast these games on YouTube. Wildcats are brought to you by RG Mobile One, Diagnostics Repair, Mobile Service and Tires, Franklin, Greenwood, and Trafalgar. Wildcats bring the ball up the court. Rachel Wirtz stays in the game with 4 fouls, dribbling at the half line. Taking it real easy. Nobody really guarding her. Cats content to let the clock dwindle down. Louis Shook now has the basketball. She's being guarded. They get it back up top to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball gets it to Rachel Wirtz. Wirtz being guarded by number 20 of the CHAP Chariots. Hollywood has the basketball. Hollywood, top of the key, lost it, gathers it back in, gets it. The CHAP Chariots gave each other a high five on that one. And Brewer with the basketball. She's going to make a move and not go down. Cats clearly in a stall here. 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the game. Shook over to Garcia. Garcia back up top to Brewer. Brewer dribbles with the left hand. The defense is not close enough. Now she is to pick up that 5 seconds count. Rachel Wirtz with the basketball. Ball almost stolen away. Brewer's able. She got hammered, and she almost got to get the ball away. There it is. She got the ball away. It's going to be an easy layup for Brewer. The Cats had pulled all the defense up. The CHAP Chariots were trying to get the ball stolen away up top by the half line. Unable to do so. Cats score 59-31. That's a traveling violation. Should be a traveling. No, they call a foul on it. She took a hike on that one, folks. She grabbed the ball and decided to take a hike. But I'll remind you that the score is 59-31. And anytime you have 59-31, it's called sympathy by the referees. 1 minute, 49 seconds. They need to have sympathy and end the game. There's other teams ready to play.
Can Holly really play a game without getting a foul?
I don't know. Holly Woodard got the foul. Shelly Dove says it wouldn't be a game without Holly Woodard getting a foul. So there you go, Holly, picking up the foul. 59-32. I guess Hollywood likes to say, hey, I was here. I was here. Yep. Louis Shook with the basketball crossing the timeline. 59-32. Cats in the lead. And Alyssa Woodard's going to drive the lane all the way down the lane. Put it off the glass, no good. Cats not playing. She's going to be out of bounds, maybe? No. It is out of bounds. It was out of bounds. Alyssa Woodard, her head went out of bounds, and it's CHAP Chariot basketball. 59-32. Sarah Barnes, can you do the quick homeschool math for me and tell me how much we're up by? 59-32, 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining. CHAP Chariots try to get it inside. Batted away by Brewer. The Cats come up with the steal. Good defense there applied by the Cats. Rhea Garcia crosses the timeline. Cats are in the lead by 27, says Sarah Barnes, for that homeschool math. Thank you, Sarah Barnes. 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining. Oh, Brewer puts it up. Almost went in for Brewer. But she's not getting any calls there underneath. Woodard gets the ball over to Rhea Garcia, who lays it up and in for two. 61-32. 61-32. Cats in the lead by 29. Now by 27. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Wildcats, who are going to sub in mass. That's going to be Marks, Bookwalter, Klein, Garcia, Roscoe, and Alyssa Woodard on for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. 42 seconds remaining. Cats in the lead, 61-34. Rhea Garcia, and can you total up our points here? Garcia with the basketball. She's being guarded, being pushed actually a little bit. And Rhea Garcia hands it off to Sarah Roscoe. Roscoe, 21 seconds remaining. Roscoe looks underneath and tries and does get it underneath, but the Chariots steal it away. And the Chariots have the basketball. Over to number 5, across the timeline. 9 seconds remaining. Sarah Roscoe doesn't give up. They swing it off down to the right. That's going to be a traveling call on the CHAP Chariots. 61-34. Cats should just pass it in and be done. Just hold the ball here. 3 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. And your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats come into the NCHBC Regional Tournament, seeded number 6, and come away with a huge win. 61-34. They make a statement win to the NCHBC and say we belong here, and they go to the championship game tomorrow afternoon evening at 7:30. Your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats will play the MHA Thunder tomorrow evening for the regional championship. Again this evening, 34 for the CHAP Chariots, 61 for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. We'll have the totals coming up here momentarily. Totals for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Player of the game goes to Gloria Brewer with 15 points. Rhea Garcia with 10. Oh, wait up. We have Alyssa Woodard with 15 as well. So 2 players with 15 points for the Cats. Hannah Ruddle came in with 7. Macy Klein with 4. Julia Bookwalter with 4. Macy Klein with 2. And Julia Bookwalter and Rachel Wirtz round out with 4 points apiece. Thank you so much for joining the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. Jump over to see the boys. They're playing right now in that Final Four game to see who goes to the championship game for the Wildcats. Go Wildcats. So for Shelly Dove, our videographer, Sarah Barnes, our statistician, this is Matt Barnes signing off. So long, everyone.